Greetings and welcome. My name is Ytterbisciac. This is my YouTube channel, and today we are going to embark on a playthrough of one of my most favorite games ever, Space Engineers. If you don't know what Space Engineers is, look it up on YouTube and you can get a feel for it. It's essentially a game where you build spaceships and space stations and all sorts of good stuff. And we're going to do so right now. I'm going to start a new world. A new custom world on survival mode in a star system. And we're going to call this Ytterbisciac's Ultimate Survival. Oh, I love that music. It's awesome. I'm going to turn off. So this is essentially like meteors and stuff. I'm going to turn that off, turn that off. And just going to set up some settings here. Turn off cyber hounds. Maybe we'll turn them on later. We want spiders, air tightness. Yes. We're just getting a nice setup. Enable spectator. And I think we're good. So, essentially the way this starts off, we start off landing on a planet, and the goal is to build a base, get into space, get to other planets, just build crazy stuff. And we can set up stuff. I'm going to set this to low. High density. There we go, because I like asteroids. So, let's get started. And here we are. So, we start off in this quaint little lander on this planet. Oh, nice. Okay, so first step when I get started is I try to find a body of water if I can. Looking around, trying to find a body of water. And if I can't find one, I fly towards the sun. Wait, are my dampeners on? Want to make sure to stop falling first. I hope I stop falling. Check a few things here. Yeah. My frame rate's not the best, but okay, let's go. So we're gonna fly around. First thing I like to do is find water, because with water, you can get hydrogen. With hydrogen, you can fuel your hydrogen thrusters and get into space. Ah, yes. So splendid. There we go. I see water right over there. So we're gonna work our way over here. It's a really great source of hydrogen, because when I get to the point where I've got all my production facilities up, I just mine water like mine ice like crazy, and just fill up my oxygen, my gas generators as much as I can. I don't know why on earth they still call them oxygen generators in this game, but they generate hydrogen and oxygen gas, because you need oxygen in space. Uh-oh. A little bit of lag. Not a problem. We're good. I wish I installed a speed mod, so you can see my speed in the right-hand corner is 100 meters a second. Be nice if we were going faster, but that's the way it goes, you know? And now you see those dark specks in the lake. Those are ore deposits. Because in order to build stuff, we need stuff to build it from, which are ores. You have iron, nickel, cobalt, uranium, stone, gold, silver, platinum, and magnesium. All that stuff is on the planet except for platinum, which is used for special kinds of engines, which we'll get to later. when we go to space. Okay, I'm coming in. Now, it's very important not to wreck your lander first thing off the bat, because that sucks. And that's pretty much game over, because your lander has your assembler and your refinery, which is used to refine the ores and assemble components, which you use to build stuff. Without them, you're pretty much screwed. And we are coming in for the landing. Yeah. So actually, we're not going to land quite yet, though. What I'm going to do is, you see, I have this thing, an ore detector on my ship. So if I fly in nice and close, and make sure I slow down, of course, I should be able to see if there's what kind of ores are in there. Because I like to spot all my ores first, and then land and just mine the crap out of them. Well, hopefully it's better than crap, but... See, so we got ice, of course. I mean, that doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. Ice. Silicon. Oh, that was the other one. I missed silicon. Silicon's good for computer chips and glass. Nickel. And what's the other one? Magnesium. Okay. So once I find stuff, I go here, set a GPS point from the current place, and then I'm going to put in, I have little code. So we have nickel, silicon, and magnesium, so that I can remember where I found stuff. So when I fly back here, I should be able to, I'll know what's here, so when I want to go find something specific to mine, I just fly there. So once we do that, we're going to move on. Don't worry. When we get ships built, I'm going to fly so much faster. I mean, I probably could have added Cyberhounds, but they're really annoying, and yeah. Until they figure out what the heck they want to do with Cyberhounds, I'm just going to disclude them from the game, if that's even a word. I like making up words. Okay, so what do we got here? We have gold, which is good stuff. Making stuff for jump drives, which are very helpful for getting other planets. Gold. I'm looking for uranium. There's silver, which is also very important early on. It's useful for reactors and medical bays. Now, there's typically, each deposit has 3 different ores. But I guess not this one. Okay. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. Okay. So now we got those. Now we need to find another. Here's another spot of ore over here. I love the music. The music is excellent. I never get tired of it. It's just... I just really like it. Hang in there, computer. That's my problem. This game is not very, Oh, great. Game isn't very... It's kind of graphics intensive. It's not very efficient when it comes to graphics. Iron. Awesome. That's what we need. Iron is, of course, the building blocks for all your steel and all that goodness. So you have iron. Please be uranium. I always like to find uranium. Iron and gold. And please be uranium. Aha! Awesome. So as soon as I find uranium, I'll make note of that. So we got iron, gold, uranium. Typically, I like to find... And actually, we're going to do that. I like to find all the ores before I start actually mining. But uranium is definitely most important to know, because you need that to fuel your ship. because you can see my fuel time in the lower right hand corner. It varies, but it's limited based on how much uranium I have. So I need to mine more in order to keep my stuff fueled. Okay, I don't see any more dark spots on this here, so we're gonna go land bound a little more. See if we can find something good over here. I'm not seeing any dark spots. I think I'm gonna go this way. If I can stop myself and turn. I also like to fly pretty low just to keep an eye out. Gotta be careful though, it's easy to crash. Just keeping an eye out for those dark spots. Like I see one over here. A little far for my taste, but oh, wait, is this? Well, yeah, we're gonna head for this one first. So, I'm still looking for cobalt. I think cobalt's the primary one, because cobalt's very important for building metal grids, which are a vital part of a lot of things. And we got uranium, silicon, magnesium. Well, I already have sources of those, but at least we have more. Magnesium is very important for things that go boom. Which, when we go after pirates and stuff, and especially when we go to the alien planet, because there's spiders there, saboroids, you're going to need lots of things that go boom. That's later on. Okay. Any good stuff over here? Please give me some cobalt. Okay. I'm not picking up that. Oh, there we go. Silver. Cobalt. Okay. Awesome. Anything else? Okay. That's good. Silver, cobalt. So now we have sources of cobalt, nickel, silicon, magnesium, iron, gold, and uranium. So platinum is another element, but they're not on planets. That's kind of a, I guess, a late game thing. So we're going to fly back to where our uranium is, and we're going to go, whoa, find some uranium. Actually, I'm going to change settings here so that I can actually see the, see which one it is. There we go. So I'm going to the one where the iron is, because uranium and iron are the first things I go for. You're going to need tons of iron to build stuff. It's a very vital. Now, later on, you can build really awesome mining ships that can mine tons of ore for, especially when you fuel your really big projects, like your Supermaster battleship. But in the meantime, until you get that point, you got to use your hand drill, which we're going to do in a second. So we're going to slow down here. Coming down. So I want to plot myself as close to that uranium deposit as possible. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, right about here. Okay. So now I'm going to actually turn off auto lock. I'm just going to go ahead and... So normally, by default, when landing gears come in contact with ground, they'll automatically lock, which means your ship ain't going nowhere. I don't like that, because I want to lock all my landing gear. So I turn that off. Another thing I'll also do is I'll go in here, I'll pull up all my atmospheric thrusters, save them to a group, so that I can shut them off while I'm not flying, because I don't want to waste that energy. Another thing I also typically do is, you see this beacon? I turn that off. Especially if I'm playing multiplayer, a PvP thing, because that beacon is visible forever. And if you leave it on, there's a good chance you're going to die. Oh, I should also take off my helmet. That would be embarrassing to run out of oxygen. Just fill it there. Okay, so now we're going to get out the grill. And I just want to see if I can see this. Turn my lights. See this iron, or this uranium, without having to... Okay, I can't. So, my hand drill does not have the range of my ship to detect stuff. So what I'm going to do... I'm going to go in here, and I need to build an antenna to stick on my ship. In order to do so, I need to cannibalize some of my power cells for the silicon, which will allow me to build radio communication components, which I need to build my antenna. I never really use batteries anyways, or solar panels. I guess I could break down the solar panels too, but... Okay, so now I need to build 40 of these. Grab some things here and there. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and slap an antenna on this, and once again, if I'm on PvP multiplayer server, I always set the range to about 300 meters. I don't want it more than that, because if I do, I'll probably get found out, and then someone will come and tear it out, take my starter ship to the chop shop, chop it up for parts. Okay, we're gonna also need... And, okay, so I'm out of iron, so I need to cannibalize some steel plate. This is something that people tend to overlook. Disassembling is a great way to get just a little bit of material when you're starting off, so that way you don't have to go mining for it. It's a great way to save some time. Alrighty, so that should be enough steel tubes to do this. Whoop! Jetpack. So I need 8 computers and 10 construction components. Okay. Whoa! Before I do that, I'm going to set the antenna's range 300. And of course I want to own it. So that way when this will turn on automatically as soon as I finish welding it. This is kind of just tactics to be very careful if you're on a multiplayer server. I'm doing here just because, practice. And there we go. So now you can see, I can see where all the ores are. I'm just going to dump that stuff. It's also a good idea to grab a hydrogen bottle, because your jetpack uses hydrogen. If you run out of hydrogen and you're in a hole, you're stuck. That's not good. So I always carry a hydrogen bottle with me. So we're going to mine some uranium. So I typically go pretty much close to right on top of it. And I just drill straight down. There we go. Drill, baby, drill. So far, so good. Uranium is kind of a long ways down. So we've hit stone. I'm actually going to save this. I don't like having autosave. I like being in control of my saves. Can I? Nope. I'm just trying to remember what my quick save button is. Now that's screenshot. Okay. I just need to look up where my quick save button is. Huh. Okay. Not quite sure. I'll look it up later. So yeah, I drill straight down. It's just easiest to find it that way. And typically my mining ships as well that I design them to go straight down. I call it plunge mining. Just because, you know, you plunge deep into the bowels of the earth to bring forth the bounty. It also helps to crouch when you're doing this. We're getting there. Yeah, isn't this exciting? So glad to be here, aren't you? Watching me just drill through multiple meters of earth. Almost there. Now, think about uranium deposits. They tend to be in a big. There we are. Uranium. They tend to be in a flat pancake, so I'd like to expose a nice area. Then we're going to pick up some uranium. So I've noticed they made the pancakes thicker in recent versions of this. I like to collect a few full loads of uranium. Keep my ship going for it could go for days. So yeah, while I'm doing this, I like to think about what I'm going to build first as far as space goes. Typically, the first thing I like to do is just build a rough and tumble production facility on the planet's surface. Basically, it looks real ugly, but it's got like a ton of production. Assemblers, refineries, generators. Because I just want to be able to produce en masse all the stuff that I'll need to build my ship. The ship that's going to establish my position in space. Uranium always takes forever to mine. Though typically, one of the first things I build, like once I get the base started, is a mining ship. Though my favorite way to mine is by blasting. That's a lot of fun. We'll probably do some of that. Show you a nifty little technique for that. Alrighty. So I only... There we go. That should do pretty well. So that's going. That's really all you need to get yourself started off. Is just like one load of that. Then we're going to go for some iron. It does pick up as you get along. Oh, gotta be careful. So you see that sometimes there's a bug with the game where you can fall through the earth. It's more prevalent on multiplayer servers, but it's pretty annoying, especially if you're carrying stuff. Okay. No one's again, we're going to do the same thing. This will mine a lot faster. This throws up bigger chunks. Couple loads of this. Yeah, iron you make tons of use of. And it's also pretty much everywhere. So it also refines faster, so I typically put it in front of the uranium. Oh, where did I put that hole in the ground? There it is. Pick up all this. I'm going to save it. But yeah, this is pretty much my kind of mining priority pretty much every time I play. Because I want plenty of stuff for when I build the bases for my base. And my my plunge miner. There we go. And I think 2 loads of iron will do us for the moment. We should be good. Yeah, it takes a little bit to do the actual engineering part, but once you get there, it's a lot of fun. Ah, screw it. We're going to do one more. It's always better to have more than you need than less. Iron! Spicy meatball. Okay. Fly back up. And I think we're just about out of time for this episode. It starts off slow, but believe me, it will catch up. And probably what I'm going to do off camera, in between this one and the next episode, I'm probably just going to go gather up the rest of the ores. And then we'll have ores to work with, and then I'm going to show you how I just build a really rough and tumble base. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. My name is Ytterbisciac, and until next time, I'll see you around.